Good morning, a student of SKJ Law College, LLB third final year and 5 year also. You know, I am regularly teach about the CRPC, Criminal Procedure Code. Now, we shall start the chapter number 14 regarding condition requisite for initiation of proceeding. Any initiation of proceeding in court from the CRPC 1974 in section 190 CRPC, where cognizance of offence by magistrate. First time, court had taken action against the accused person if the police had submitted charge sheet after lodging the FIR under section 154 CRPC and submitting the final form under section 173 clause 2 CRPC. After submitting the charge sheet by the police, the court has taken action. Cognizance means taken action against the accused person for trial of an offence. If any offence has been done by the accused person, then FIR has been lodged and investigation has been completed under section 173 clause 2 CRPC. Then magistrate has option to take cognizance or not, where evidence recorded by the police in case diary and recording the evidence under section 161 CRPC and also 164 CRPC of the witnesses or the victim of the case against the accused person. When magistrate had two options, if taken cognizance or not, and or further inquiry has been needed, then magistrate has firstly taken cognizance under what offences charge sheet has been submitted. If the 5, 4, 6, 7 and others accused person, police magistrate has also power to after taking cognizance issue to the summons those accused person who have under the investigation stage by the court process, if district judge or ADJ or by High Court, he has granted on bail. Then at the time of after taking cognizance, magistrate has power to issue summons to the accused person for the appearance of the accused person. And when accused person has appeared in the court under section 207 CRPC, the police paper has been received by the accused person. Without receiving the police paper, the trial cannot be proceeded. Then first go to prepare the each for the each accused, police paper has been prepared by the office and each accused received to the police paper. And after receiving the police paper, the section mentioned in the FIR, in the cognizance or in the FIR or in the charge sheet, if section related with the triable by exclusively session trial. The magistrate has power to commit the case under section 209 CRPC for the trial in this session court. If offence related with the magistrate trial, then after taking cognizance, he has transferred to the cases to the other accused, or option to he has also trial for taking after taking cognizance by the magistrate. If offence related with the magistrate tribal cases. In CRPC schedule, it is mentioned where offences are triable by the session court or triable by any magistrate court or triable by first class magistrate. And after seeing the seeing the schedule, the case has been sent to the record of the trial record has been sent to the district judge court, district sessions court, and after sending that record, the sessions court fixed for the record for appearance of the accused person, and after appearance of the accused person, the accused has put on trial, and facing firstly he is facing the framing of charge sheet, where trial procedure is 4 types of trial procedure mentioned in CRPC in section 225, 265 CRPC. First, session trial. Second, warrant trial. Third, summons trial. And fourth, summary trial. In session trial, 2 types of cases has been trial. Firstly, where death punishment or 10 years upward, life imprisonment or death year punishment, which is triable by the exclusively additional district and session judge and district and session judge also. Here, Muzaffarpur, about 18 additional district and session judges working in session triable cases. The cases are 2 types of cases. First cases is of warrant cases and second cases is summon cases. Summon cases related with the only 2 years imprisonment and warrant trial cases related with the 2 years of ward, 3 years or till life or till his death. That case is related with the warrant cases. So firstly I saying after taking cognizance under section 190 CRPC, cognizance of offence by magistrate upon receiving of a complaint. There is 3 types of taking cognizance power of the magistrate. Firstly, upon receiving of a complaint, upon receiving of a police report, and upon receiving from any other than a police officer and on knowledge that such offence has been committed. Magistrate had 3 options for taking cognizance against the accused person, and clause 2 says that the chief judicial magistrate may empower any magistrate of the second class to take cognizance of offence within his competence of inquiry into a trial. So magistrate has power to in summons cases or in warrant cases. Second class magistrate has only to take cognizance in summon cases. So then after taking cognizance, after taking cognizance, the police paper has been received, committed to the Court of Sessions, and section 225 to 37 CRPC related with the session trial cases and other warrant trial cases. Warrant trial cases is 2 types cases, on police report or on a complaint cases. Summons cases related with 2 years imprisonment, where magistrate has power only to 1 year's imprisonment and 5,000 rupees only fine in punishment. And summary trial cases where magistrate has power to trial within 6 months of that cases, and after framing of charge in session trial 202(7) CRPC or 207 CRPC. Firstly, judges has power to framing the charge of the case, where accused has power to file a petition for discharge the accused person under section 227 CRPC, where evidence has not corroborated to the accused person for making trial against the accused person. Then, but 227 CRPC, where judges reject the prayer of the petition, then framing of charge under section 228 CRPC, where the APP or PP has been conducted the sessions court as a public prosecutor on behalf of a state government for taking option against the informant and framing the and after framing the charge, the public prosecutor produced the witnesses on behalf of prosecution. Firstly, where judges taken witnesses and witnesses not corroborated the prosecution case, where procedure is there 232 CRPC, the discharge the accused person and acquit the accused person, not discharge, only acquit the accused person, where evidence not supported in this case. But when evidence supported in this case, then prosecution evidence produced by the prosecution, and after closing the prosecution case, the evidence produced by the accused person, and after that closing the evidence of prosecution case, the statement has been recorded of the accused person under section 313 CRPC, where a statement taken by the judges, and after taking the statement of the accused person, the case is fixed for evidence for defense on behalf of accused person. They produce the defense witness, and after producing the defense witness, the case has been closed and fixed for argument of this case, and whether the magistrate, the judges has power to convict the accused person or acquit the accused person. It is also mentioned there in the section 202(8) CRPC, at the time of framing charge, if judges had not found the case under section triable by the sessions court, if the section 307 CRPC especially empowered by the session court, but in 307 CRPC not making that case and not injury supported to the accused person on vital part of the informant, then case has been framing charge under section 202, 225, 225, 226 of the IPC section, then 224 IPC section, then record has been after framing of charge by the district judge or additional district judge, the record has been sent to the again triable by the magistrate, because the section not framing charge under section 302, 307, 304B or other exclusively triable by the session court. Whether the session trial procedure conducted by the public prosecutor or additional public prosecutor of the accused of the state side, and after taking evidence on both sides, cross-examination of the also taken by the defense or prosecution case. If defense produce the witnesses, the prosecution lawyer have been making cross-examination on behalf of informant, and if we have evidence produced by the prosecution, the lawyer of the defense cross-examination of the accused person. Whether simply procedure is there in session tribal cases, and after all the process has been taken by the district judge or additional session judge, the case has been fixed for argument and declare the judgment of this case after both sides taking done argument on behalf of both sides, accused side or prosecution side, and judges have pronounced the judgment in this case. So simply in CRPC, firstly, session tribal cases, whether related with the session tribal. Looks like, as for example, 302, 304B, 307, 364, other several offences, whether CRPC schedule mentioned in the exclusively tribal by the case, that trial has been taken in the related with the session tribal cases. It's chapter 14 has been said, after cognizance has been taken, then framing of charge, and then producing the examination of chief of prosecution side. Cross-examination has been done on behalf of defense witness, and after a statement recorded under section 303 CRPC, 313 CRPC, then judgment has been declared or acquittal or conviction against the session tribal cases. Now, in the next date, I also discuss about the warrant trial cases, summon trial cases, and summary trial cases. Okay, thank you.